For BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell here with Tony Sukalis and Katie Wyndham, and this is 3 and Out. Despite it being May, the 2022 Heisman odds have been released, and according to Bet Online's rankings, there are 3 Alabama players that have odds currently. You have quarterback Bryce Young, of course, who won the Heisman Trophy last year. He's second behind Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud. Bryce Young's odds of winning are 5-1. You have running back, surprisingly, transfer running back Jahmyr Gibbs, who is 4th overall with 12-1 odds. And then if you go all the way down to 14th, you have linebacker Will Anderson, who, of course, is 14th with 33-1 odds. Tony, who do you think has the best odds of Alabama players in general winning? And on top of that, who are your favorites to win this year?
Man, I don't actually like any of the Alabama players to win, and not because I don't think they're going to have great seasons. I think when you look at Bryce Young, it is so hard to repeat as the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, it's only happened once with Archie Griffin in the 70s. It's not like it just doesn't happen. We've seen Tim Tebow come close. I just think he's not only competing with CJ Stroud, with other players from other teams, he's competing against last year's Bryce, which was really good. And if he doesn't not only match those numbers, but beat those numbers, it's going to be really hard to give him the Heisman because people are going to look at what he did the year before, which is not fair. It should be an individual award every single year. It's just kind of the way it works. And then also we mentioned Jahmyr Gibbs being on that list. Alabama's going to have a very improved running game. I think that might also take away from Bryce Young's chance of winning the Heisman. And then in addition to that, Alabama has what I feel is a really easy schedule, and they're going to have to get, Jalen Milroe into some games, and I think they're going to have to try to get him more experience. And so if there's a blowout, they might not keep Bryce Young in the game as long as maybe they did last year. So I think that, and then I'm sorry, with Will Anderson, I would love Will Anderson to win. I think he's the best player in college football. I just think if he didn't win last year, let's just not make it a defensive award, because what more can a guy do on the defensive side of the ball? I loved Will Anderson, not taking away anything from Bryce Young, but I just don't see how you put a better season together than what Will Anderson did last year.
But, last year Will was having to go against Heisman odds, the guy on his team that was putting up Heisman numbers. And so I would argue that I think Will Anderson has possibly the best chance of any Alabama player to win the Heisman. Is Bryce going to put up big numbers again? Like you said, probably, but it is hard to repeat. Like we've seen guys like Tim Tebow and Johnny Manziel that you would have thought were shoo-ins to have another great season and repeat as Heismans, and it just doesn't happen. But we saw this past year, Will finished 5th in the voting. Aiden Hutchinson from Michigan, the defensive end, finished 2nd. So I think people are kind of itching for a defensive player to finally win this award again. It's been a while. I think there's only been one defensive player to win. And so I think Will is going to be able to put up numbers that he's at least going to be in the consideration and could be that first defensive player in a while to do it. Kind of like with Bryce, though, the problem is he's surrounded with talent, with guys like Dallas Turner that he's going to have to be kind of, splitting some of those reps and numbers with. But if there's a defensive player that can do it, if Aiden Hutchinson can finish 2nd, then I think Will Anderson could possibly finish 1st. But we've still got obviously a long way to go and the whole season ahead of us, and we'll see how things unfold.
Should Bryce Young repeat as Heisman Trophy winner, he would be the only player since Archie Griffin who won his Heisman trophies back in 1974 and 75 while playing as running back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. For BamaCentral.com, I'm Joey Blackwell with Tony Sukalis and Katie Wyndham. Thank you so much for watching 3 and Out.